Hey guys, welcome to your 26th C# tutorial, also part 3 of the car mini project. In this tutorial, I want to fix these red underlined error messages. I kind of just left them hanging there, but the last video was getting kind of long. And I also want to fix this print parts method within the car class to print out everything else. And we're going to actually have to make some methods in the motor class. Instead of making set methods like I messed up and made last time, we need to make get methods, which is a very common way to access private information in a class, public class. So what we need to do is send in, first thing we have to send in is the motor name. As you see here, right after car name, it says motor name. So we need to send in what motor type is the Porsche going to have. Well, this Porsche probably has a V6 or some kind of 6. Let's just call it straight 6. Let's put that on another line. Comma, and then the next thing is going to be num cylinders. Obviously that's going to be 6. Oh, sorry. And then the next one's going to be motor type. So it's either going to be V or straight. So then we're going to say straight. Maybe we'll do straight piston. I don't know. Straight piston, I guess. Just so it kind of is different than straight 6. I'm just going to say straight piston. We also need to do the same thing here, and the Ford Fiesta probably has, this one's going to have a V6. I'm just going to give it, or a V4, I'm sorry, it's a Fiesta. Probably has a V4 of some kind. How many cylinders? Obviously 4, and then motor name is going to be, or motor type is going to be V piston. Kia Forte. I don't actually know what kind of motor my mom's has. I know it's 4-cylinder, but I don't know if it's straight or V. So we'll just say V4. Oops, forgot quotation. This number of cylinders is obviously 4. And then motor type is going to be V piston once again. So now we're going to fix the print parts method. And I'm going to create some methods within this that are don't actually exist yet, but just bear with me. Do I want to put spaces in here? Here's what I'll do. I'll put 2 spaces in between each like Ford, Kia, and Porsche, and then in between motor versus car, I'll put in 1 space. So there's 1 space, and then we'll have, and remember to do console.writeLine, which actually skips a line. You can also come in here and do backslash, which is going to be right above your enter key, N, which lets you skip a line, but I'm just going to do it this way just because it looks a little slightly neater. Console.writeLine, and I'm going to put some spaces in there to just clean it up a little bit, for make it easier on the eyes. Let's see. It says the car name has blank blank blank, and we're going to do and motor. Let's see. Plus, and now we're going to have to do motor.get, capital letters, get motor name, or we could just do get name, but that's okay. And then we need parentheses because it's going to be a method. Console.writeLine. Let's see, and motor, get motor name with plus motor.get number of cylinders. That's a longer method, but when I make variables, I like to make them abbreviated like numcil for number of cylinders, but when I make them into like get or set methods, I like to actually write out all the words just so I can be clear with myself. I probably should do that with my variables too, since I'm not really worried about RAM, but whatever. With x with get number of cylinders plus cylinders and plus motor dot get motor type. Ooh, I hate it when I do underline on accident. Motor type. You know what? Let's just play around with this and make this a Ford. Be right back. We're going to change this. I had to check what kind of car Ford made. We're going to make it an F-150. F-150, F-150. So let's just pretend that this has a Hemi. I don't know how many cylinders a Hemi has, but I'm just going to guess and say 8 because that sounds like a good number. And is it going to be a V-piston? No, let's just say straight piston. I don't know. I don't even know how a Hemi is. I just know it's a truck engine, basically. So then we're going to have a blank motor type. Let's say piston type. No, because then it'll say straight piston type. So let's just say, leave it like that. And then let's see. Parts.motor does not contain a definition for get motor name and no extension get motor name excepting the first argument. Are you missing a using directive or an assembly reference? I wonder what that means. Does not contain a definition for get motor name. Well, you've convinced me to make one. So let's go in here and create a public void. It needs to be void, or no, actually, it is not void. It is public string, and this is because it's going to be a return method. If it was a void, if it was just going to print something out, I could do public void get motor name. Is that what it was? Yes. And then just have it do console.println and then print the motor name. But instead I'm going to have it return because that's usually what a get method does. Otherwise I would do print motor name and not get motor name. So there's string, and then we're going to, oh my gosh, how did I spell return that wrong? Return motor name. What this is going to do is going to send back motor name, and it's going to print it out because it's in a console.writeLine method. Now we're also going to do the same thing here, except we're going to do, let me shrink up that. We might have enough room to actually do this. What's it say? Get number of cylinders right here. Just copy and paste. Excellent. And then we're going to return numCyl. Now, why can't we just do print out motor dot motor name or motor dot numCyl? Well, because these are private, and unless they're public, then we can't actually just print them out. And this is a good way to protect your variables from being tampered with in a program. Now, is that going to work at like an ATM where they have to make a very highly protected program to make sure people don't change their $1,000 to $10,000? No. But it does help in this type of program. So now we need to make another one called get motor type, and that's also going to be a return method of type string again. Okay. Return, why is that giving me, oh, okay. Return motor type. Now this should print out exactly what we want. And let's see if it does. Let me close that so everything can be all in the same deal. I can't close that without also closing PrintParts. So now we have this. Here it says plus cylinders, and I just ended the method. I guess I could do that. Or that sounds better. Okay, now let's see if this works. It should work. I hope it does. Aha! Okay. Let's expand this up a little bit. Here we go. The Porsche Boxster has tank size 10 liters, horsepower 100 foot-pounds, and motor straight 6 with 6 cylinders and straight piston motor type. The Ford Fiesta has, I changed the name, Ford F-150. There, now it'll work. The Ford F-150 has tank size 10 liters, 100 foot-pounds, which is definitely wrong, motor Hemi with 8 cylinders and straight piston motor type. The Kia Forte has tank size 10 liters, motor V4 with 4 cylinders and V piston motor type. Now in the next tutorial, I'm probably going to add in another class here called like inside or something, and make interior type leather versus cloth, leather color, interior color, and all that stuff. And then that'll probably be the last thing I do on this little mini project, and then I'll probably move on to something like structures or abstract classes if they even have those in C#. So anyways, till then, see you guys.